Hey, hello, how you doing? We're just about to go live in Facebook, on LinkedIn, and also we're gonna go live on Instagram. So we're just about to start on Instagram as well. Today, I just wanna because I've seen so many things out there, so many people talking about different things in properties and how to make money quickly, how to I've heard even sack your boss and become the very quickly. But one of the things that these people don't tell you is how the mistakes that you're looking to do to avoid those the downsides of working as a property expert, because there are many mistakes there. They can be seriously detrimental to your success. They can affect how you feel. Actually easily give up on your dreams, because uh, there were quite a few things. Hi, thank you for joining, Paulina. There are quite a few things there which, if you don't know what you don't know, then you don't know how to avoid them. So one of the things is that you want to do. Hi, Vienna. Nice to see you. And so one of the things that you want to add on is. When you look into go into investments in properties, you have to make one thing for sure, and this is not just in investing, because one of the people that they told me the other day, they say, are you in properties or are you a consultant in properties? And I would say I'm both, because that when you create one of the things that you mistake that you not just in properties but in life as well, is not setting goals or having a clear strategy where you go. So that's one of the most important, and the first mistake that people they are doing in when they are joining the real estate, or they are joining any business, anything new venture that you want to do, is investing in something that you don't know, without having a clear indication, without knowing exactly where you're going. Because if you're not clear where you're going, I was speaking to one of my clients earlier today, is if you're not clear where you're going, you're gonna be 9 out of 10. You're gonna fail on that goal, because the minute you understand where you're going, then you go in the right direction. So setting those goals and having that strategy is gonna allow you to achieve them faster, and then you're gonna make the right investments. So going back to the properties, when I invested the first time in the property, it didn't go well. And even now, recently, I made a few investments which they didn't go as planned. And usually, people judge based on the information they have, rather than seeing or asking you as the person involved what happened. So I've seen a few people out there that are making their own assumptions, but in the same time, is the information that they get out there, they are different from the information that the background. So that's why it's important for you to be the one who has the clear understanding of what he wants to do. Because if you set that goal, it's going to be easy. You're going to achieve them faster, and you're going to go through any difficult situation faster than anything else. And I'm sure that even it's almost 6 months now, within a year, we're still thinking about the resolutions we made, and we're probably not even close to achieve them, or we haven't even started on them. Because when you do something like creating a goal, you need to make sure that you know exactly where you're going, you know exactly what's the time frame, you know that it can be achieved if he's doing it the right way, and you have to be realistic about your expectation. And all these created, there has to be made on into that time frame, which is going to allow you to understand exactly where you're going, how specific you are. Because the more specific you are, the more clear it's going to be uh, property, experience taking that deal and making the most out of it. If you want to be specific, you want to know why are you doing what you're doing. Are you looking to create another source of income? Are you looking to create financial freedom? Are you get out of debt? Which is, I always encourage people not to get out of debt, but just think about how to make that work for them in the best way. And I have a few strategies which I use in the past, from you know the way I worked out, and I use that in a good way. That can be positive if you know how to use it. So if you don't know how to use it, always ask that person. And I've done it a few times. I know exactly how it works. I moved myself into debt on purpose to make sure that my assets are always covering the debt if I have to sell it. So the debt is something which you have to work in and work in a way which is going to work for you. So when you measure your goals, that's where you're moving forward, because you know exactly how it works. You can see exactly where you're heading. You can see if you're moving on finance, allow you to keep a track of the expense, keep a track of what are you invest and how you make to make sure that that's going to be achievable. And then you're going to be more, it's going to stretch you a bit, but in the same time it's going to allow you to move forward. So if you want to be successful, if you don't have those goals in place, then it's going to be a higher chance that you're not going to be achieving any of the goals. So this is where you need to go into that moment where you do understand exactly that if you have the right information, do you have the right team, do you have the right people to advise you, to support you, do you have the resources that you need? Because you might say, oh, I don't know, I can get the finance, but then when you apply for the finance, there are a few things which is might take the right direction. So this is where you understand that the people that you work with are the people that are going to take you further. So if you want to go on your own, happy days, but you're not going to go too far. If you want to go even further, then add those people into the combo, because it's going to allow you to be better. So when you see it, when you set those expectations, make sure that you don't go over the board, because if you dream more than you should and you don't understand exactly the reality and understand how it works, then those unrealistic goals, they're going to just stay what they are. Yeah, there's no point saying that I'm going to be the best if you haven't when you haven't even started piloting or having a lesson, or even if you do it in a month, you're not going to be able to do it. If you want to, I don't know, fly one of those F-18, you're gonna need more than that. So it depends on how you see it, how you do it. And also, if you want to make sure that everything goes right, excuse me, you have to go and say, look, I'll do this by that time, because that's going to allow you to see, for instance, if you want to purchase a property, it's going to take you at least between 2 to 6 months, depending how you if you're cash buyer, if you need mortgages, if you need different other areas. If you have investors that are paying for you, it can be less. The legal sides, any things that they might go like surveys or anything that can add on to it. So all this, they are really, really important in making decisions, and make it in a way which is going to is going to take your property, because you want to make a profit. So when you want to make a profit, you want to make sure that those things are in place, because the results are based on the goals, and they are based on achieving those goals. But they are not right there from the beginning, then you're not going to be able to take you to the next level. If you don't have the right people next to you, if you don't have the right strategy, if you don't have the right skills, that's even more important. Because not having the right skills into industry, you just tap into it, then you're going to be 9.9 out of 10, you're going to fail to it, because it's not going to be something that you're aware of. You don't know where to look or what to look at. And depends on how many properties and how many offers have you made. And if you're really at the beginning, one of the strategies that works for you, you need people to know that this is what you do. You need to be visible. You need to be showing people that you're an expert in the field. You know exactly what you're talking about, and people need to remember who you are for the right reasons. If you are putting offers in just for the sake of offering, and look, even I've been involved in a few transactions which they failed from other reasons, but for the same reason, the people involved in the sales, in the purchase, they saw me as the person who has failed in that transaction, rather than looking at the whole thing that happened, which was at some point was a legal matter or another survey matter. Then the change it. All these are affecting the deals, and that's why you want to make sure that it happens in the right reason. Because if you are looking to buy or sell, you need to have that the right presence, contact with these people. You need to be have that communication, show that you're serious about it. You need to have that people that they gonna support you and guide you in the right place. That's why it's important to have that team, to have that mentor, a coach, or I had my coaches and my mentors, and I still have in different areas. And now I'm mentoring and coaching other people in properties, in how to maximize their time, how to identify the things that they need to change in their mind to move forward, to learn more skills. And you can get this and understand exactly where you're going when you're going in the right direction. So when you look into identifying the things that you want to do, you have to identify, and I would say 3 to 5 goals, which is going to keep you focused, is going to take you from 1 year, 5 years, where are you going, how you do it, what you take in consideration, and look at the values that are these in alignment with your values. Are they, connected with other people? Is that going to make a difference in how you're going to do everything? Because make sure that when taking into account all this information and connects together, you have the right thoughts, you have the right feelings, you take the right action, which they're going to lead to the right results. So that's going to make you, that's going to bring that attitude into a positive attitude. If you don't have this information, then you're going to end up into a bad situation. You're going to lose your finance, or you're going to get into some disputes, and it's not going to work well for you. So you see, for every little thing that you do out there, you must be doing it in the right way. Make sure you calculate those risks, look at the information you need, and every time you get something right, just say congratulations, say well done. It'll give you that boost, the motivation that you need, and it's going to keep you something that you want to make. And that which most of people are making mistakes in coming into industry is that they don't have information. They don't know how it works. They just rely on, oh, I just been to a course, or I just read the book. And now they think that just because they read the book or they've been to a course, it's going to make it easier. Me, after 10 years in the property industry, I still sometimes overlook something or looking from a different perspective and make a mistake. So listen, I'm only human. We always make mistakes, but the important thing is how easy identify that mistake, and that comes with the advice that you get from mentors, from coaches, from people like me that have been with the industry for so many years, and get those information across. Because if you think you're not worrying about, and you believe somebody who just told you in an hour those are the strategies, or those are the things that you need to do, and you're going to be successfully teach your job, then you might want to think again. Because listen, you don't want to you're not going to become an expert overnight. You need to get time, look into 3 to 6 months at least, invest in your knowledge, get those information today, looking to see how you get money. Look, and I can show you how I made money from 5 figures to 6 figures to 7 figures a month within 12 months. Nothing's going to happen overnight. I mean, you might be lucky, but then you might hit the road even more harder than actually you've done it with the money you made. So think about some people say knowledge is power, but I say knowledge is power when you actually put it into action. Because when you put that into action, that knowledge is going to reflect back to you into results. If you have no knowledge, then you're going to be going into a different direction. So when you want to buy properties, you need to think about what the options. What are you focused on? Are you focusing on buying below market value? Are you looking to buy to rent, to hold property? Are you helping other buyers or sellers with the selling process? Are you looking to complete it at the later stage? Agree with the seller. There are a few strategies which I can happy show you a few things, or a few tricks on how to, I wouldn't say tricks, but a few strategies, because trick sounds like you're tricking somebody, but it's not trick. A it's going to allow you to get more out of it, and the seller is going to be happy, the buyer is going to be happy, you're going to be happy. There are like different properties that they are easy just to change it into different ways, and there are quite a few things that you can change on a property, which is going to make it more appealing. It's going to increase your income. You can do buy to flip, as we call it. So take a property which is in a bad condition, make it really nice, do it for like good standards, and sell it very quickly. And here again, there are a few strategies you can actually use. And if you have the right information and the right people in your team, it's going to create that unstoppable movement. So it's going to allow you to make more money. And one of the things you need to look at, but you need to be very careful where you get information. Today I got some information from somebody within my power team about a property that's going to be repossessed. Those are ideal because people are in well, I wouldn't say this I'm not saying this is a positive, but if you go and offer that person who's about to be repossessed the money that they need, which is better than by taking, having their property taken by the bank, that person is going to appreciate you. You need to understand that you need to be aware of the people's situation. Don't take advantage of it. Just try to be helpful, because the more helpful you are, the more your honesty, your transparency, and your values are going to show, and you're going to get way more out of it than just doing it as it is. And you can have so many ways which is going to help you to get finance in different ways. You can use on connecting with other people, getting investors on. You're looking about releasing some equity. There are many strategies you can use, and again, I can show you a few things if you're interested to start that journey, or you already started and you worry about what is going to be something that to do. Then I'm happy to have a conversation with you just to show you how it works and what are the things that you need to do. Going back on I mentioned about earlier, you need to be there all the time. People, they need to show to be seen that you are the expert. So that way you need to show by, your social media should come do like me right now, just share those information with other people they might benefit on. Put leaflets out there. I used to put leaflets about 10,000 to 20,000 a month for 6 months continuously. This, regardless of if I got 10 clients a day, a month, 20 clients a month, or 30 clients a month, I never stopped that. And you check that marketing, go everywhere, put your banners out there, billboard, car signature if you have it. Anything that comes that shows that you're there in your local area, make sure you understand that area and maximize that as much as possible. Go small, but go big, because the more condensed and the more powerful your message, the more it's going to spread out. So when you go do this, make sure you do it right, because this is where we're going to another mistake that people are do. They just go in too broad, they go in everywhere, and they get nothing out of it. Because what you need to do, you need to understand the market you're in is the one you know the best. Why would you go and buy somewhere like from your location? No knowledge, it's hard for you. There's nobody to see the property for you, and all these things. Because there are many things that you understand before you're looking to buy something. Why are you buying the property? Is that location in the right way? Are you looking to rent it? Okay, so what's the rental market in that area? Is it worth it? What are you looking to charge that? Do you know how much is on that area? And it's the same with any goals that you have. If you don't have that strategy and you don't know where you're going, what's your end story of the strategy? What's the exit of that strategy? Then how to be able to understand. That's why you need to some people, they might tell you, just it doesn't matter, just make sure it's below the market price, and then you can't go wrong. This is where you have to understand all the aspects of that transaction, because the more you understand, the more you're gonna avoid going to this trap where all these experts, they're gonna tell you, oh, just do it, just buy it in different areas. If it's below the market price, just go and do it. That's not how it works. It works in a way when, if you want to become unstoppable in every aspect of your life and your journey, you have to be understanding the strategy you're going, you understand the goals and why you're doing what you're doing, what pulls you forward, do it, and plan it to the bone. You need to understand every little aspect. You need to understand the time you're going to spend in it, the you're going to need, and if you need to travel 3 hours just to see a property, is that worth it for you? Is it actually your tiny? What to go and speak with somebody? I'm originally from Romania, so if I want to buy a property in Romania, I will buy it, and I bought before because I have the resources there. I have people that can go and see for me. I have the legal, the finance, which I know I can, just go in and make sure I understand how it works, and they know where to go and speak. But if I didn't know, or let's say I'm going to buy in Dubai, although I have few people there, I'm not fully aware of how the market is shifting. So I rather just work with somebody, get on that venture together, where they know and I know, and we put this together, our brains together, and we buy something else. So if you want to go somewhere outside of a different country or a different area, make sure you have that connection. Otherwise, I would suggest just stay away from it, because if you don't stay away, then you're gonna end up in a situation when you're gonna buy, and the property might be under the market price, but when you go and you don't understand that there is no university, or there is no demand for the rental, or it's very little, or is nothing there to create that extra income for you, then you just buy a property, you hold it, and it's not going to help you in any shape or form. And one of the things people are looking when they're buying property, they're looking if they have schools, if they have shops, pubs, what's the industry, how the buses are running, any trains, how easy it is to get to the airport, hospital, etc., etc. Some stuff that they are helping you. So this is part of the information, then the research you do. So when another mistake that people do is what they do is they buy a property, or they put something. Hey Dean, hi Dean. They put something in a bid on the property without actually searching to see in on the home, for instance, in Scotland, on the PC in England. Just you go there, you go without no information, and you just go and have a look, but you don't look at everything. You just scroll over and you miss any information, which is going to be you don't have the right finance. You don't see exactly what are the information that it's going to allow you to make a great offer based on those information. Because investing without doing that research, you're taking a chance, right? So why would you want to take a chance? It's like you go in and you open a business, and you're hoping that it's just looking where the money are going, return and everything else, and then when the taxes are coming, you're going to be like, okay, so am I paying taxes for? Because I haven't done anything. But if you actually understand that spending money and time on something without and creating a profit, even if it's a high profit, you're going to pay taxes on everything. So when you hire these experts, or when you work with the experts, make sure that they are the experts. They make sure they know. It's not just talk. Their talks are backed down, they're backed up by their experience, the reviews, the ask around, look, search, do that investing, because the more you invest, the faster you're gonna see exactly what are the information that they change a great deal into a very, very bad deal. And when you get that very bad deal, this is because you haven't checked it properly. And it happens to everyone. It's like you're trying to hire somebody to help you out to build a business, and you haven't even checked to see if they have any backgrounds in the industry. Do they know what's about? Do you have no idea what the survey is? Who's doing the survey in that area? Have you checked who's buying it? Have you checked if the surveyor who's going out there, is it the right surveyor? Because if you deal with properties, and if you deal with people in general, if you don't back up your work, then something based on information which is not even accurate. So make sure that the experts are the experts, and they have a background which is going to show you. Make sure that if you work with estate agents, like I used to be an estate agent for many years, make sure that those estate agents have the right knowledge. They are the right people. They're going to advise you in the right way, because we all have an agenda, and some people might not have the right agenda, which is not in alignment with what you're looking for. So look on those things and see how you can why are you buying that property? Is there anything in the report that's going to show you that things that you might have to pay after you purchase the property? Is that property in the right area? Is that property going to provide you the right return if you look into that? There are so many ways, and there are you have different websites where you can actually go and check. The land registry is one of them. You have the main website like Rightmove, Zoopla, where you can get information. There are Mouse Price, another one which is a good one especially if you have an account there. Really, really good information. But there are more and more information there, where if you don't have the right information, you don't have the right support, you're not going to get the right result. So if you do the right do that, you investigate, make sure that all the information you understand that those information are correct. You go further into something which is going to give you the best way. And if you're looking to decide, and you have decided to invest in property, if you're looking to make something which is going to be an extra income, or in a few months it's going to be something which is really, really good for you, and you're looking to make that into your full-time job, don't take this one thing for granted. Make sure you do your own diligence, create that knowledge, create those resources for those people next to you, like the same way Annette, when I wanted that they have the expertise, I pay the price, because if you don't pay the price, you're not going to get knowledge. You can go for cheap, but you're going to get the same thing. So why do you want to buy something when you have no knowledge? Or you go and have a course for an hour or for a day, and then that's it, you're off on your own. There you go, read this booklet and this book, and you're off you go. You're the best expert in the area. I don't know. You cannot be the expert without having the right expertise and the right support, because people they're looking on how to buy properties, they're looking how to sell properties, but they never check to see if the market is going to be in the right place in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. You never know. But if you look at the trends, you can kind of see how the capital is going to appreciate or depreciate depending on the market. But if you understand how the market works, if you understand those strategies, then you understand what to pay, how to pay it, how to move, what's the best option. Do you want to refurbish the property? Do you want to hold it? Do you want to sell it? If you want to rent it, it's a rent to rent. If you want to do HMOs, which is occupancy. If you want to do the new ones, short to short taxi, you can do service accommodations. There are so many other things that you can do, because money can become you can actually have like a really good income from rentals, from Airbnb. Like I said, this kind of thing you have to do when you want to hold something for rent, for instance. You make sure that all the costs are covered and something extra it's for you, because you want to put that I would say contingency when you actually get a list for the after everything is being paid off, which you put on the side to make sure you make money. So you're looking, you want to make, after you pay everything else, you want to make sure that you make at least 10% on top of that, to make sure that if something goes wrong, you have the money to pay from the money earned rather than you investing. And it's the same when you're looking to buy, to flip, to rent and sell it quickly. Then you need to understand that it works very well is if you understand the money that you pay for it, the legal ways, the that you pay in, what are the mortgages. If you're using one of those bridging loans, you need to have time just diminish or even take you very quickly. So understand those. There are very, very few things that if you don't, if you overlook, you lose more. And cash flow is always going to be something that is crucial. If there's no cash flow there, then you should back out, despite how good that property investment looks. If it's something that is not going to bring you money, then just leave it. If it's something that you're looking for the long term and you see that property growing in value over time, then that's a different story. But if it's a rental and you don't get that cash flow, just walk away. You should have at least, let's say, 150 to 200 pounds a month to make from just let's say 1-2 bedroom properties. And some always people don't take into consideration is that they invest money in properties that they have nothing in it. I met so many people in so many events. They just want to become property investors, but they have nothing to do with it. They have no idea how to build a portfolio. They have no connections. They say, "Oh, I have no money," but they are sitting on a pile of money. That's a mistake, because sometimes we look outside for investments instead of looking inside and understand how the process is, how it works, how to buy a property, how to sell it afterwards. One of the things that, if you don't know what you don't know, you never understand what you don't know. I hope it's not too much of a rumble there, but it's very clear. If you don't ask the question, you never find the answer. And sometimes assuming that you know everything is going to take you to that level when you're going to learn less far without actually living. So at some point I was really high on the finance, then I went down, and because I overlooked a few things. But the minute I understood where the mistake was, then I flip it back on its head and went back on the finance, back up there. And that's why, I choose to move forward. I choose to invest again. I went back to what it used to be, the standard. Read those information again and again, refresh your memory, make sure you stay up to date, because the first thing you need to do is to get as much knowledge as you can, never give up, and always move forward, because this is so if you that you want to get into that property investment, let's have a conversation, take it from there. So I hope this is something which is going to be really helpful for you. And look, always invest in properties, but invest with your head, not with your heart. All the best. Speak to you soon.